I have used the Z6 III about a month, and I must say I really enjoy this camera here. This is a really impressive camera in many ways, and it complements the Z9 that I have, and to be a second camera, and also for vlogging this is really nice. I really enjoy the high ISO performance that this have, and also the smaller body with lightweight and much more lighter than the Z9. So I thought I would go through my settings. So now I will show you how I have set this up here for wildlife photography. The great thing about the mirrorless camera today is that you have many buttons you can customize as you want. And that means that you have a lot more possibilities in the field using small adjustment that you can quickly change when the situation demands it. And autofocus is one of them. You have many possibilities for autofocus. I always use the back button focus, and this is my main focus point, which is 3D tracking. I use this 3D tracking for most of my situation out in the field, and that I use also for the Z9. And the reason is that I found that my type of photography that works the best. But sometimes you need to have a different kind of autofocus settings. Earlier I just used the FN button to change between the settings, and now I have done something different, and I'm going to show you right now. AF on button is the 3D tracking, and I used this button for something else. This button I have changed to measure focus in the whole area. And that is a great thing when you're photographing birds in flight. You don't know where the bird is going to be, especially if it's close enough. You can just easily switch between the 3D tracking and the whole area. And also if you know that the birds are going to be in a certain area with not too much distraction, and the bird can be fast. As I was out photographing the goldcrest earlier, this is a perfect example how I can change easily to the whole area. And when the birds come, I don't need to point my 3D tracking point right on the bird. I can just press the button here, and then it would track the bird right away, and that is really nice. But sometimes when you have some branches or some leaves in the foreground, and that won't be too good. So then I use either the 3D tracking, but I can also use like a single point focus with no animal or bird detection at all. I have used the joystick here for having that one point focus that I can point wherever I point there, they will focus. And regarding what it is, an animal or bird or whatever I want, I can use this to override everything and just like point the autofocus right on the subjects. My next tip is to use this little thing here. This is the record button. For photo I don't need to record video, so therefore I have put this here to crop in 100%, and that will make sure that the pictures are sharp. And I can also focus when the camera has cropped in 100%. I can also use the focus button as I did here on the tawny owl, with like surrounded by leaves and branches. I pressed that record button and got 100% crop, and then pressed the back button focus, and it was focused, and then I could take pictures of it. And that is a really nice tool to have on the Z6 III. And to do that, you just head into controls and custom control shooting, and then choose the record button and go down and choose the 100% crop. Really easy to set up and so useful in the field. I use it a lot. And my FN1 button, I choose to use the playback button. The reason why I do that is when I have the long telephoto lens and I want to look at my image, I don't want to take my hand off my telephoto lens. It's so much easier to press that button here, and then I can check out my images without taking my hand away from the telephoto lens. My next is the FN2 button, and that I have customized to the silent mode. If I suddenly have some species that are really skittish to any sounds, just can press this and it will go totally silent. So it's good to have that available as quickly as possible instead of going into the menu and find it there. And then you have the U1, U2 and U3, and I have customized this especially for video. I have one for slow motion if I want to have some B-rolls with slow motion, and I also have one with 6K raw if I want to have a little bit more possibility to crop in like in 4K. I can use the 6K raw, so easily switch between that and my 4K raw. On photo, I use the one for slower shutter speed, and that is an example is that if I want to photograph the dipper and I want to have that smooth river and the bird sharp, I can program this to have like 1/10 of a second, and I can easily switch between those instead of changing all the settings, because if the birds are there, and I take some images with regular shutter speed, and I then want to go further and try to do something else, I can just like turn the wheel and it will be on a slower shutter speed as well. But the other two I haven't programmed yet, but I'm thinking maybe doing something like having the one in shutter priority if I want to have a fast shutter speed, and maybe auto ISO as well. I can do that, but I'm not like comfortable with auto ISO yet. But this camera here can handle so much higher ISO than the Z9, so I think I need to like just jump right into it and have a U2 maybe on with the shutter priority, and then have like a 3200 of a second and auto ISO. So I think that is good plan to do that. So yeah, I hope you get something out of this little video here. I cannot say this enough, but this little camera here I have been waiting for a long time. This is a perfect camera with the weight and the ISO performance, and so far it's quite good on the autofocus setting. I'm going to take this with me here to photograph sparrowhawks south of Norway next week, so I cannot wait to do that. And yeah, have a look how it will perform in like fast sparrowhawking, like chasing the jays. So let's see how that would turn out. I am glad you find this little video here. If you liked it and you like seeing me going out photograph in the field, consider subscribing and give me a thumbs up. Maybe I'll leave me a comment, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.